Don't assume, cause I don't expect assumptions, babe. I'm just trying to connect with something, baby. I'll be here just swanging. Hey, hey. Hello, everybody, in today's episode of Illuminate. In today's episode of Illuminate, disclaimer, I want to talk about judgment. I want to talk about assumptions. I want to talk about expectations. Are you somebody who uses these three things to paint a picture of someone before you know them? Let's find out.
Have you got to give to me what I don't really give myself? You are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth.
Today I want to talk about how we usually paint a picture of someone before we actually know them. Now, I'll use myself as an example. I always look at somebody and then I look at their clothes and their shoes, and it kind of tells me a lot about what this person does, who this person is, and what kind of personality they have. I realized that although sometimes it might be accurate, there are also times where I might get things wrong, and it kind of made me question why I do this in the first place. Now, I feel that from a young age I used to watch a lot of things on TV, and because of that we kind of saw that certain people would dress in certain clothes or act a certain way. For example, the conspiracy theorist is the one who always looked like a druggie and wore like maybe clothes like this, and the person who can be trusted is usually the person in the suit, the hero. And it just made me think that even though an appearance is one indicator how we can gauge who someone is and what they can give to us as an individual, it also can be quite damaging because we might think the wrong thing about someone. And I've been noticing this where I go out a lot, where you don't really speak to people because you're not too sure how they are. It just turns out that they are an amazing person and they give you so much enrichment in your life. Like, I can think of a few examples where I was unsure about someone, spoke to them, and now we're kindred souls. And it made me just think like, wow, I can't believe I had that mindset before. Anywho, I'm just using this episode as a means just to call on to what you believe to be your intentions, your judgment, your assumptions, and how it can be damaging your perspective and your right to actually meet new people and find cohesion towards your peers. I am someone who dresses quite vividly at the best of times, as you could see, and although it has made me speak to a lot of genuine people, authentic people, there's also a lot of people who you can see give me the side eye and laugh at me. And yeah, I used to take offense to that, but now I don't really mind, because I know that my people are out there, and my people will see me, feel my energy, and they'll just gravitate towards me. And the people who kind of just shun me and laugh at me, they'll find their own people in their own way. And having this expectation that everybody's gonna like me for how I dress and how I am it was damaging me to a sense, because I did not put authenticity behind myself a lot of the time. I would just dress normal, wherever normal is. I guess I'll just wear black, wear a coat, wear a hat, just blend in, Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, but I knew that wasn't me. I had visions, I spoke to guides, I was guided by a higher power to dress and act the way I was. And it's come to a point now where if I deviate from that track, I'm reminded of it constantly. Let me talk more quickly about emotions, feelings, and moods. Emotions is the first instinctual thing that you pick up on when you're in a perceived threat or something changes from your normal way of thinking. Feelings is what we kind of label these emotions to be. I feel angry. I feel excited. And then moods is more of what we feel over a longer term period. You feel angry, you feel upset, you feel excited, and you usually feel this for a while. So everyone experiences emotions. It's a normal bodily response, and something that has been built down to us from generations. However, sometimes we might mislabel these emotions, and it could, in a sense, detract us from what these emotions were trying to tell us in the first place. When it comes to assumptions, then we first get something instinctual which tells us, oh, that person's wearing purple, me no like it, the purple. Now, if we inhabit that and we own that brief, fleeting feeling, then the next step happens and we think, okay, that person is wearing purple, I don't like purple, therefore we are not going to get along. Now, you can see how this is damaging. A lot of us will get along, but initially, if we see someone we don't feel connected with them just on their appearance alone or the way they're acting, then we stop conversations. And if you're a gamer and you play games, you know sometimes if you don't speak to the right people, then things don't get unlocked later on in the game. You might not get the weapon, for example. You might miss out on dialogue options. You might miss out on a key item to beat the next boss. All these things. So think about that. The more you shun yourself from speaking to someone based on your judgments and assumptions of them, the less likely chance you'll meet someone who you can really connect with on a deeper and soulful level. This is a call for action. Next time you meet someone, acknowledge the fact that you are having specific thoughts about this person. Maybe you really like them, maybe you don't like them at all. But then just think to yourself, what happens if I actually speak to this person? What happens if we actually connect on a deeper level? Now is a time for us to start to take action. A lot of us, we live in despair and regret, and it's a sad state of being. So if we started to change who we are and we learnt from our past failures and regrets, then we can use this time to limit the assumptions, to limit the expectations, to limit the judgments, and actually speak to people on a level. Treat people the way we want to be treated. If you go out and you're very social, you never know, one person might just have the skills to change your life in a significant way. One person might hold the information you need to become a better and more nuanced version of yourself. And one person might end up being your partner, your wife or husband, your life partner. Like the possibilities are endless. We just live in a state of fear, and this fear usually spurs on to our judgments and our assumptions. And now we need to actually just break through that. And although we have these thoughts, we should empower the ones that can help us go further, but we should also just understand, but slowly, gradually let go of the ones that don't. So what are you going to do with this episode? Are you going to be more kind or more understanding? Are you going to question your beliefs about people and things? Or are you going to keep on just observing yet not changing your way of thinking and missing out potentially on life changing conversations? Thank you so much for joining, and as always, keep on finding ways to illuminate your path. Take care now.